We're halfway through the year, and so far we've had some great movies released, but the next 6 months promise to be just as big. Let's check out some of the highlights of the upcoming Chinese, Hong Kong and Taiwanese movies still set for release in 2022. Sit back and relax, and don't forget to let us know which ones you are looking forward to seeing in the comments section below. July has a massive number of releases set to come out, but no bigger is the Hong Kong and China co-production Detective vs. Sleuths, starring Sean Lau and being directed by Ka-Far Wai. This movie is the spiritual sequel to the brilliant 2007 film Mad Detective. A serial killer is on the loose in Hong Kong, and the disgraced crazy detective is called in to help solve the case. Except it seems he is somehow involved more than he realizes. This is set for release in China on the 8th of July and Hong Kong on the 21st. On the 15th sees the release of the Chinese comedy film Mozart from Space. This one stars popular actor Huang Bo and Wei Fan and is directed by Detective Chinatown's Si Cheng Chen, so this one should be good. It's about an alien who crashes to Earth called Mozart, who helps a young boy strengthen his relationship with his dad, who's desperate for him to be proficient playing the piano. This one looks very funny and worth a watch. Joining the long list of Chinese animation movies set to release this year, the 22nd of July sees the wider release of God with Three Eyes. Based loosely on the story of Zhang Jia, this could be another fun little animation from an up-and-coming industry. Finally getting its much-deserved wider release both in China and Hong Kong is the anthology film Septet from 2020. Featuring stories directed by Sammo Hung, Johnny To, Ringo Lam, Choi Hark and more, this movie aims to highlight stories related to Hong Kong that are close to the director's hearts. This movie has already been seen on the festival circuit and is finally getting released theatrically on the 28th and 29th of July. Horror lovers are in for a treat on the 29th as Taiwan delivers something that they're good at: haunted house movies. Min Seong Haunted House is a movie based on another famous haunted location in Taiwan and is about a woman looking for her missing daughter on the grounds of the famous haunted location. The movie is not a true story, but the location is more than real, and hopefully should make a nice and scary movie come late July. To wrap up July, throwing this in because it looks cute, there is no official English translation for the title, simply known as Crazy Gilbao's Treasure. We love the art style in this one, and hopefully should be easy to get an English translation available for this one. And one more, this one doesn't have a set date other than just July, but it's the New Gods film based on Yang Jian. This is from the same studio who brought us the excellent Ne Zha Reborn film and the two White Snake movies. So expect very big things from this excellent looking film that will do for Yang Jian what it did for Ne Zha and drag an ancient and popular Fen Shen character into the modern ages. August sees a few interesting releases, mostly romantic films, including the delightful looking Just for Meeting You starring Zhang Yimou's new it girl, Lu Haocan. This is based on a novel about young people remembering their youth. Don't we all just want to do that? This releases early in August on the 4th. On the same day is the awkwardly titled Meet You in the Best Time, also known as Almost Love. This one has a cast that's familiar to romance movie and TV series fans, and is about a couple who grow up together but slowly drift apart as they become adults. Probably lots of crying in this one. Must be something in the air on the 4th because another romantic movie called Close to You is also set for release about a couple who try to rekindle their relationship when they grow older. Sounds a lot like the last film in this list. Check out the link above to watch the full trailer for this movie. Set to release sometime in August is a movie starring two of our favourite Chinese actors, Wang Tianyan and Zhou Tan. This is a crime thriller about two different parents and their young sick daughters and how they will do desperate things to keep them alive. A good cast should elevate this movie to must-watch status. September gives us a few very big hitters, and nothing will be bigger than the 9th of September release of the new Danny Wong thriller Cyber Heist, previously known as Disconnected. Aaron Kwok, Simon Yam, and Gordon Lam lead an all-star Hong Kong cast in this brilliant-looking thriller about a computer programmer who is trapped in an online world where he's forced to commit financial crimes. This is not listed as a co-production, this is listed as a Hong Kong-only thriller. However, it is getting shown in the mainland, so it may not be as impressive as Hong Kong thrillers from the past, but we won't pass judgment until we've seen it. Also releasing on the same day is a new genre that seems to be quite popular in China in 2022, the sci-fi comedy. This is Back to Earth and stars Simon Yam in his second movie to release on this date, and new Chinese comedy legend Xiang Wei from the irresistible hit Too Cool to Kill. This movie is about a man who follows the path of a Chinese lunar module returning from the moon and the up and down effect it has on the relationship with his family. October is one of the biggest months in Chinese cinema, where some of the bigger movies release to coincide with the 1st of October National Week holidays. So far the lineup is Daniel Lee's drama The Sand, starring Huang Bo and Yubin Li. This is a movie about 6 old men who dare to turn their desert land into an oasis, encouraging a new generation. This one could be better than how I'm describing it, so look out for a trailer when it comes out. The only other movie announced so far is Samadhi's Kid's Story, a mythical-looking animation film that tells the ancient tale of the fire of Samadhi. Another one to keep an eye out for the trailer on our channel in the future. Lastly, the end of December usually sees a glut of blockbuster films, and this year will be no different. Before Christmas on the 23rd is the release of the thriller Welcome to the Game, starring Yu Chang Peng. This creepy thriller is about a young man who owes a lot of money to a loan shark after borrowing money to gamble, and ends up being caught up in a game with his daughter who pretends to run away from home. A crazed man then threatens to cut up and sell their organs to the highest bidder. This is based on a novel by popular Japanese author Keigo Higashino. Jackie Chan sees his latest movie release on New Year's Eve, but this isn't an action film, far from it. Instead, it's a family drama comedy about a man and his horse, and his daughter and her new boyfriend. A great cast is assembled alongside Chan, including Lu Hao-tsun and the Wolf Warrior himself, Wu Jing. This one is probably not for the casual Jackie Chan fan though. It wouldn't be the new year without a comedy film, and Young Chan might deliver with this film titled Better Man. His previous works have been the average warm hug, but now that he isn't directing, this one could actually be a good film. Look out for the trailer when we get it. And finally, these are the movies pushed back to an unspecified 2022 release date. First up is the new Oxity Pang firefighter action thriller Flashover, starring Wan Chen Yen. Originally set for a July release, this has been pushed back a little bit. We wouldn't be surprised if this one was held over until October National Day holidays, considering the lack of blockbusters announced for that time period. This is also based on a true story, which makes it a perfect film. Once we get more info, we'll let you know. All of a sudden, news on this one quietened up, but it never had a release date, so expect this one to also make an appearance for the Chinese national holiday period. Come Back Home is going to be a massive film because of Donnie Yen. But this one's not an action film. Yen is playing a father who's looking for his lost child in the freezing snow of a mountain resort. A real heartstring puller, this film will be massive and will definitely thrust Donnie Yen into a new world of drama cinema that we've never seen before. Another film without a release date, with just a tentative 2022 date, is this China-Hong Kong co-production called Blood Burning. Not much is known about this one other than it being about a group of anti-drug police officers who part ways after a failed operation to take down a huge drug lord. Jordan Chan and Michael Tse headline the cast in this one. Horror lovers are also in for a treat with 2 rumoured 2022 release movies. From Hong Kong is Fierce Ghost 3 Treasures, a horror comedy anthology film split into 3 spooky stories, hence the name. Not much is known about this yet, but we like the sound of it. And finally, Social Distancing. This very creepy looking Hong Kong horror thriller is playing into our fears of an online world, where live streamers and their audiences are captivated by their online worlds so much they neglect what's really happening in the real world. Once we get more info, we'll definitely post it, but this one stars mainland actress Gianna Ho from Raging Fire. This list is definitely not exhaustive, but just our highlights of some films coming up between now and the end of 2022. What are you looking forward to? Leave us a comment below, and thank you for watching the video.